When the recession hit in 2008, a new trend started with many potential homeowners ending up renting. Now, 3 years later, the continuing economic situation has created a market where buying property may be the way to go. Prices are discounted, mortgage rates are at historic lows, and choices are plentiful. Here with us now is Chris Saladino from the Greater Portland Board of Realtors and Ocean Gate Realty with our Reality Check-in Realty. Thanks for being here, Chris.
Great, thanks for having me.
So, Chris, this is going to be an overwhelming process when the market is saturated and banks are supposedly not really lending to people. How do you get started in buying a home or looking at real estate?
It is true. I mean, there are three basic steps to getting into the process. The first is finding a licensed realtor. The second is understanding your financial goals and whatever the fuck it is.
Needs and options.
Oh my God.
We don't have to say exactly.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Your financial goals and needs. And then the third is really understanding what your needs and wants are in a home.
And so take us through some of these bullet points. What's the best way to find a good licensed realtor if you've never even looked at a property before?
I mean, the first is talk to your family and your friends and the people you work with. If they've bought a home, maybe they work with somebody that they can recommend to you. But then definitely interview them like you would interview anybody that you're hiring. Make sure they communicate the way you want them to communicate. They have a work ethic that is that fits with yours. And take them through the process and understand how it's going to be a good fit for you.
Perfect. What is the best way to determine your financial goals so that you know what you're getting into for your budget and everything?
Yep, that's very important. Your realtor is going to help you meet and talk to various lenders and bankers in the marketplace. And through those discussions, you will be looking at your finances and understanding your monthly budget because, a lender may give you a lot of money. But if it doesn't fit in your monthly budget, that doesn't do you any good. And the other thing I want to point out here is that if you find out that your credit through this process is not what it needs to be to get a loan, this is the greatest time to find out because then you can spend the next 6 months, year, whatever it may take through using your realtor and your lender to understand how to fix your credit, and that's very important.
Right, because interest rates are not going to go up anytime soon at this point, so that it would make sense. You'd have some time.
Yes, in theory, they're going to probably stay flat for a while. I mean, nobody knows what the federal government's going to do, but yeah, rates seem to be they're really at historic lows like you mentioned at the beginning.
So let's talk about the third bullet point. Figure out what your wants and needs are for a house. Like I want an in-ground pool, I want a walk-in closet, but I guess you got to make a list, right, of what you want and what you need.
You do. I mean, you're going to take your goals and you're going to understand what you can spend, and then you're going to go into the marketplace and figure out and set your expectations. But you really should do a list before you go out. I have to have at least a bath and a half. I have to have a garage because I have an antique car. Whatever your personal wants and needs are, if you put those down and then you go start looking for a home, it'll be a much more methodical approach and you'll find the property that fits you best.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris, for being here. We look forward to having you next time.
Great. Thank you.
That was